Welcome, everyone. We're going to jump into an Amonkhet Remastered draft, best of one, premiere. It's the only option they're giving us for this outside of sealed, and we're going to take it. I've been really enjoying this. We were just talking in chat about, how they did, how you'd grade this this remaster. I think they found a pretty nice mix of the aggro of Amonkhet and the build around, I would say, of Hour of Devastation. There's a lot of ramp and fixing in Hour, so you could build around expensive things, you could build around weirdo things, you could splash the bomb you got pack 3, pick 1 that wasn't even in your colors, that kind of thing. I feel like this format has both of those represented, and I granted I don't have a huge sample size. I feel like both styles have been able to win games. My best result was with a very controlling Grixis deck, but it had Sweeper and Nicol Bolas, so maybe that was just a power level thing. But so let's keep looking at it. Is it just that is this a well-balanced set that both of these things are here and neither are traps, or is, as some have suggested, maybe that the controlling stuff, the build-arounds are a little bit more of a trap because the aggro is still so good. I do love the putting on the afterburners with a base red or white aggro deck in the format, though, and it's a fun way to take someone from 20 to 0, a fun way to get your cards for the latest project you have. I know you have projects, come on. You have paper magic projects, right? That, you want that one card for, or maybe you want to upgrade that one card to that other version, or the new thing came out with the whole content, the secret layer version that you didn't get in on in time is now on the secondary market, and oh, that would be very sweet in that commander deck that you want to pound your roommate with or whatever. CardKingdom.com is going to help you finish that project and have the fun you're looking to have on the battlefield with it. So check them out via my affiliate link. If you click on the panel down below, you get there. If you check my notes in the YouTube notes, you're going to see the link there. I should post it in Discord, etc. And if you go there via my link for up to a couple weeks after, if you don't go there with anybody else's link, all of your activity on cardkingdom.com from the computer you went to there via my link is going to be associated with my stream. So it's if you shop at Card Kingdom anyway, or if you browse at Card Kingdom anyway, please, the kindest thing you could do if you go there a lot would be to actually make a bookmark in your web browser bookmarks that is my affiliate link, and then you're just always going there on my behalf, and you help keep me on the air. It'd be great. Thanks for helping me stay around, helping me grow, and helping me make fun content every day. Thanks, Card Kingdom, for your support. Let's jump in. 1,500 gems down the drain, question mark? No, we're going to turn it into, what? 2,200, that's the plan. Refuse to cooperate. Refuse deals damage to target spell's controller equal to that spell's converted mana cost. That doesn't seem good. Excuse me, good. Having soda water this morning, a little burpy. Cooperate, also not great as an aftermath. We're going to skip that. Sixth Sense is interesting. Haven't really seen this one in action, but the curiosity effect in green is potentially good, but I don't know if this is what I want to be doing in a green deck. What else have we got here? Not much. There's a Fan Bearer. This is a pretty weak pack. Greater Sandworm. I kind of want to try it, but it might even wheel. Yeah, I think Fan Bearer is the best generic card here, right? Yeah, it's Curiosity in green. Maybe, but I don't think that green, this is what I want from green exactly. I'm going to take Fan Bearer as a place to start. We'll see where that leads. It leads to a Magma Spray. I've been talking about how I just never, I feel like Magma Spray hasn't been in the set for me. Like, this is the first time I've been like, oh, look, it's a Magma Spray I can take. So, yeah, this is a great lead into zombies, but it can be part of a red-white deck. It's not exactly what you want out of red-white, but You think Burning Fist is better than Magma Spray? I don't know about that. A couple people, but Rob and Skadoosh are on the same page of preferring Burning Fist. I think this is a fantastic 2-drop, no question. But it is a little, in my mind, more replaceable than 2 damage at instant speed for a single mana. So I'm going to take Magma Spray on replaceability. We can get an acceptable 2 that's clearly worse than Burning Fist Minotaur, but I'd rather have that acceptable 2 plus a Magma Spray rather than just a Minotaur. Here is a 2-drop I can get behind on this plan. Sifter Worm, you know, if we, like, I love this as a payoff for the ramp. I mean, this is one of the things that you can do in that Hour of Devastation style deck to catch back up against decks like the ones we're starting to have come together. Wow, and Rob likes the Moloch here. I think these come around, Rob. I'm definitely taking the Scavenger here. I like, you know, bears are fine in aggro in the format, and the Exert is real as well. You want to take the Worm. Tron wants the Worm to hedge towards that. I think we have 2 picks towards a good Boros deck, so I'm going to stick to that. But I hear you. Like, if we get more green signals, I'm willing to pivot to green. It is really a strong color in the format. Here's another 6 cents. We have a Deem Worthy. I mean, this is excellent. There's Start to Finish. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, this is decent, but it's not the one I was thinking of. I think Deem Worthy. We have 2 red cards we like, and 1 white card. I'd rather take the Deem Worthy to support the 2 red cards we have. Ritualist is here, though. One of the things that I would say, like this format has not cube level power, but it's pretty darn powerful. The signal, the playables go very deep, and I think this is one of those formats where you're just constantly feeling like you're passing an incredible deck, but you can also be drafting one while you're passing one. Marshall not into the Insider. I think I've finished listening to their set review now. Insider is good. This could be interesting. You know, this is a place to maybe pick up this kind of card when we're partly there, although we only have a Fan Bearer in white. It's not like we need to be super considerate figuring that we're white. But I like picking up you consider Aerial Guide. Yeah, because again, we're not necessarily super white here. Well, I kind of ran out of time, and I guess we took that. I don't know about how great that is, but Gust Walker here is pretty signally as well. But again, you know, if we had gone down the green ramp path, we'd be really happy right now. We'd have a couple of ramp creatures, I think, and good ramp targets. So that's what I mean. There's a lot of directions to go in, but I think we are finding our lane reasonably here. Deadlands has been wrecking us recently. This has been doing overtime work against Team Going Optimal, and Lethal Sting also strong. So this is what I mean. These packs are deep. Thank you for that sub, David. David Vero. Playing a lot of David's cubes lately. So, like, Lethal Sting and Deadlands still being here is like, wow. Hoodie B still being here is wow. But I don't know what we do besides, just take either the Magmaroth, which as a top end for an aggro red deck is okay. I'm talking too much and not really. Wow, now there's a Vile Manifestation. This is an incredible build around for the cycling deck. This still being here is somewhat signally to me. But also somewhat of a concern is that we're now pack 1, pick 8, and there's 0 in our colors. So maybe we are... This could have just been light in red and white. That just happens. Well, I am confirming because they were my leanings. I generally don't confirm a card that's not my leaning. Although maybe I'll take Manifestation. I don't think we end up there, but yeah. So the Sense did wheel, though. I mean, I was thinking of trying this out as almost a build around, but I was like, I don't know, it might wheel, and it sure did. And so does the Sandworm. So there's somewhat of a, maybe we take some green here, and there's some backdoor into red green big stuff. Yeah, Camel's solid, but not exciting. I'm not going to take it here. I think there's enough of a chance that we pivot to red-green that I'm going to pick that up. Although Avenger still being here kind of, and Inciter. I'm going to take Avenger over Inciter, but I think that kind of settles it. That maybe with these two here, it seems like that pack that had nothing for us was just one of those empty packs that happens. So hedged to the Sandworm, but I'm really liking what we're seeing here. We can play Tormenting Voice to pitch some land for action, potentially. Those Who Serve is a serviceable, but Wall is good against us. I don't think we want Wall here. Don't know how important a Tormenting Voice is. Ritualist Home. This is a crime against the format. Wow. I think I have to even take this. I mean, Horror kind of shouldn't be here either, but like, I'm going to take this Cycler just in case, like, yeah, you think the wall is good in aggro? Maybe I'm underrating it. It does put a clock on, I suppose. It's just not quite the clock I would like to see from my 2-drops in the deck. I'm still going to move this to the side, though. Yeah, we're still on our Boros plan largely, and so that becomes Paincaster, Initiate, or Cycle Land. You know, a Sheltered Thicket in many ways is not a desert, so it doesn't have the desert synergies. But other than that, it's very much like the common Cycle Lands. Yeah, let's take Paincaster. One of the fun combos you can get in the deck is Paincaster and the Aven that untaps. Because if you have the Aven, the 3-mana 2-power flyer that attacks and untaps something, you can exert the Paincaster, deal 1 to a creature, attack with the Aven, untap the Paincaster, and then re-ping and actually take out 2 toughness creatures with a Paincaster. That's pretty good. So we're gonna go with that. Now we have an interesting choice of removal or 2-drop or Edifice. Edifice is another one where this is pretty control-y, and I didn't take this before in an aggro deck, and someone was suggesting maybe this is just the pick even in aggro. But that's the thing. I feel like aggro just really doesn't want to spend 3 turns saying stuff can't attack. We have Magma Spray, Fan Bearer. People tend to underrate their... Yeah, I kind of like Gust Walker. I'm going to take Gust Walker. And more I'm looking for the Aven that I'm talking about. I want Magma Spray here over Cartouche. Ramanap we would play if it wheels, but I don't think we prioritize it here. Cartouche is real great for this type of deck. You have to be careful with it. It does represent possible 2-for-1s, but man, often this is the last spell you cast in a game. If things are going well for this type of deck, the last spell it casts is Cartouche of Zeal. But we're going to take Magma Spray now. Another Walker. Convergence. Oh, I want to also visit the universe where we went the green ramp direction this draft, because that would be a fun deck too. But Gust Walker is where we're at. Nothing great for us here to the point of possibly picking up a rare. I'm not really trying to collect this set per se, but you know, I dabble in Constructed, and when there's just literally nothing for me except a Zealot of the God Pharaoh, I feel like, yeah, it's playable, but with the way this deck is going, I have a hard time believing we're going to play this. And I also think it might even wheel. You're right. I'll say this. I should take Camel, actually, is probably the place. No, Con Mage, I'm with you. You don't have any deserts yet, though, and I'm not playing without deserts, but I'll throw it in the sideboard for now, and if we pick up the deserts, I am with you. But here I'd rather just have a brute strength. Cartouche splashable. I don't want to splash in this deck. The mana's already going to piss me off. I promise you. Well, Oketra's Name is effectively a +1/+1 for this deck. We don't have that much in the way of zombies. So is +1/+1 go wide better than +3/+1 and trample? I actually do just like the combat trick. I think we're going to be happy to have combat-based interaction. So another Tormenting Voice, a Renewed Faith. It's not really what we're doing. Cycle 2 is not the worst, but it's not how we want to spend our mana. The way I look at things like, well, you can always cycle it for 2 and gain 2 life and get a card. That's not bad. I look at it as we are spending a finite amount of mana every game. Do I want to spend 2 of it on that action? And for this deck, the answer is no. So I'm going to take that Zealot now. Here's another Renewed Faith that I'm not going to take. Take Scavenger Grounds if you were collection building, but we can take Sacred Cat. I don't know if we're quite a Sacred Cat deck yet. There's not a lot that we're really doing to support it. I find the cat playable when you're doing stuff with it, when you can say, here's the job the cat has in this deck. It's going to wear the cartouches. It gets augmented by brute strength. We are sacrificing stuff, whatever. I want there to be clear reasons. Anointer Priest. I would rather just have this Ceradon. It cycles for 1 red if we need to, and if we flood a little bit, having a 6/4 in an aggro deck is actually pretty good. Wow, the Compulsory Rest coming back around. Pick 10, but also with the Desert. I still think we just take the Compulsory Rest. I love me a Desert, but this is nice removal. We're going to take it. Green is wide open, and someone is getting a pretty sweet green deck at this table. But we're getting a pretty sweet Boros deck, so I am not unhappy. Interestingly, here we have a rare bear, but we have to decide if it's actually better than the other options here, which are Steward of Solidarity, Talkrop Elite, and Puncturing Blow. It is mostly a 2-mana 2/2. But you'll be surprised, actually there's a lot of things that activate, there's all these pyramid style monuments and stuff that tap. So, but I don't think it's necessarily picker. Certainly as a 2-drop, I'd rather have Steward, I think. Although we don't have any untapping going on. Exert is just a thing that you can do. I'm going to take Steward. I grab Steward. I like the 2-drop with assistance in the go wide. Wrong monument. Oh, that's one issue I had with. Is this playable? 3 less. So they're 10. Yeah, one of the many sweepers of the set, but I don't think we are that. I think I'm on Puncturing Blow, trying to wheel the resolve. But anyway, I wanted to say that Marshall just dismissed all the monuments out of hand, and I think he's remembering the blue monument and the red monument that aren't great, and but the white monument is quite good, and I think the green one is playable too. The green one is playable. The white one is actively good. We did not wheel that cartouche in the other pack, which is too bad. I would like to get a cartouche here, but I'm just on. I'll take all the walkers they want to give me. Here's another one, but this is the combo piece I wanted to pick up. Dauntless Aven number 1 is going to be better than Gust Walker number 5 for this deck because of its interactions with Steward of Solidarity and Fervent Paincaster in particular. And look at our 3s. It's our second 3. I'm happy to pick up a 3 here. Here's a puncturing blow, but here's a chance to take a cartouche. Show you, try to make this the last card we play a bunch of times. I'm not unhappy with our lane. I'll certainly say that. Another compulsory rest, or this can really hose some decks. It's nice to pick up this Vizier if you can, but we're going to take more good removal. Oh, I saw another monument. There's another one of the bad monuments. This is not good enough. Would we play an Evolving Wilds, or do we just want a second big 4-drop? Because a second Magmaroth... But I do... Yeah, I like casting spells. I'm going to take... I think our deck has so much going on for it right now, we can take land picks. And here we have the land... I see, like... Wow, another compulsory rest, but I actually just would rather have Desert or even this Ramunap Ruins. But Desert of the Fervent is jumping out at me here. You want another rest, Tron? I'm going to take the common Desert over the Ruins, but that one is close. And then Takrop is a great pickup here. I get it. We have reach. We have... There's an Evolving Wilds to consider. Now I wish I had not taken that first one. We're not taking that monument. We're not playing this in best of one, so we'll consider it. But I don't know how many tap lands this deck wants. Look at these cards left. Congrats, Green Drafter at the table who has the sweetness. I should have just given you that Ritualist. Look at this. I should take Vault Progress, I guess. I like our deck, though. That hasn't meant much of late, but I do like our deck. A little bit weird at 3, not very deep there. And probably just like cutting a land and our least favorite spell and calling this a deck. But I like it. Maybe it's this Zealot even. 15, 10. Trying to cycle that at 4. This is effectively a 3 on both sides. Tron picked Mirage on the basics, right? 1 or 2 Evolving Wilds here. Yeah, maybe we just cut the cat as not doing enough in this particular deck. I wouldn't mind that. I like what the cat can do, I just don't think this deck is doing it. Exactly. I'm feeling like 1 Evolving Wilds, 1 Desert is fine. But no more than that with how aggro we want to be. Creature count 14. Maybe that's not as high as we want, but we do have Tormenting Voice and Deem Worthy and Cycling Desert to have some level of card flow. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, Tron, like, this is not as good for a deck like this as, say, imagine, like, if we had access to a Guildgate, a Boros Guildgate. Would you play a Boros Guildgate in this deck? I think the answer is yeah. You don't want to slow down your tapping, but man, those hands when you open Boros Guildgate, Plains, and there's a couple of key red 2-drops or whatever, like, oh, when you realize, oh man, that could have been a third planes and this hand is unworkable. Instead, it's amazing. Like these, the dual lands are sometimes the difference between a hand being a mulligan and a hand being an unbeatable curve out. And that delta is so strong. I think that I think that's a leak, Tron. Mana is hard. It is way harsher to not be able to cast your spells than to slow by a turn. So I don't know. I would keep an eye on that. I think the fixing of being able to cast your spells is that important, which is why Evolving Wilds to me is like a worse Boros Guildgate, is what I'm saying, because you do get to go get that that missing color. It just cannot then also produce the other one or whatever. Yeah, I'm still running it. I mean, because it's not for me. It's not about do I have double pips. It's that it's that important to cast your spells. So that's my justification for that choice. I'm gonna add in Mirage Basics. And want to hit these magma sprays, but all Cartouche and the magma sprays are both good on turn 5, plus, whereas Fanbearer, well, Fanbearers too, but like some of the white stuff, especially these white 2-drops, we really want to get out on 2. So if there's a leaning, we're going to lean white. So that means I'm cutting a mountain. And confirm that. It's Matt Kelly with the sub via Prime. Awesome. Love to see the first time sub and love to see you making use of your Prime sub. If for those of you who maybe you don't know, if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can tie your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, and Jeff Bezos will ship you 1 sub per month to send to the content creator of your choice. Don't leave that on the table. Let's see. We're going to call this one Grass is Greener, because of what it's like to draft, even when you have a nice deck, looking over at the green deck that could have been and still feeling like you did something wrong. All right, so grass is greener. Anybody? And we're gonna actually, let's put Ritualist as our box art. All right. Onward to victory. What do you think? What's par for this one? I'm hoping to prove Fantasia right, that aggro is still too good. Everything above 4, so pretty positive support for this deck when everything clears 4 or above. Really a bummer that there's no 2-drop here. We did stack our 2s pretty reasonably. Nothing showed up for us here, though, but I'm going to keep Paincaster even into Talkrop is good enough for me. And we do have a rest we can throw on something if need be. And maybe we have enough 2-drops. I mean, we have a fair shot at finding something on top. I don't want to use my 1 time on it though. We'll let the magic gods stiff us on the 2 drops if need be. All right. This becomes immediately must answer for Oppo. Let's see if they come up with a magma spray or whatever to pain the Paincaster. Okhetra's Monument, the good one. The one that I kept looking for and never came our way. Oh yeah, sorry, I did restart my computer. No Cardboard Live yet. Thank you for the reminder. Let's grab that. In process, we'll say no blocks and spend our next turn. We'll, I'm gonna go Top Crop Elite here over Hold Up Deem Worthy, and then I'm gonna exert the Paincaster right now. Monument, not so good, but it sure keeps the Paincaster busy. Unless we find our Aven. All right, CBL hopefully working. Yeah. Card does not suck, Marshall. Let's see though. What can we do about this? We got a puncturing blow. We got cycling Deem Worthies. We're not. We got action. We got action. I think cycling the Deem Worthy to deal 2 to the Lizard or the Gust Walker make the most sense to me. Yeah, we could Magmaroth. Yeah, that's fair. All of this stuff affects Magmaroth, right? Because it's non-creature. Even the compulsory rest does, so we should get Magmaroth going. And we can't play this yet. No, but I'm talking about in the future, like we have answers to... We have 3 answers, and they have 2 good threats. So right now, our removal's looking good to match up to what they've got going on. And I love pointing out that, yeah, we should drop this first so that our removal continually pulls this off. And I am regular attack on Top Crop unless it's doing something worthy. Find a non-desert land or a non-Evolving Wilds land, and we can rest and cycle worthy. Brute Strength is interesting. I think we should rest the Caravan, attack with Top Crop exerted, and have Paincaster damage and Brute Strength to support the Magmaroth 5/5 attack or 6/6 attacker. So if they go for a big block on the Magmaroth, we get to blow them out. So that's why I like this. All right, they're just going to go for endless chumps on the Magmaroth. Makes some sense. We can get some big trample, but if that's how they're going to go about it, well, this is also an option to get it in now. If we Brute Strength, we get in for 8, 9, 10, 11, putting them to 7. I don't know what you mean, Swaggy. You mean cast Brute Strength now, or just accept this as is right now? Yeah. Because we are gonna hopefully, like, this is... Yeah, I think we gotta start going for damage, right? Because our mana is a bit busy coming up. So let's get some extra damage. They have a lot coming back the other way, though. This is the type of deck that can cast a go-wide spell and kill us from 14. Yeah, Norbert, that was me trying to get Oppo to do something they didn't do, right? Sometimes you try a line that the line is based on getting Oppo to do something they didn't do, and I probably could have figured out they wouldn't do that. I think you're probably right, because with the Monument pumping out 1/1s, the correct play for them is to just chump Magmaroth indefinitely, right? So I could have predicted that as being more likely than what I was hoping would happen, is that they would try to take out the Magmaroth. Let's see though, Camel not lifelink yet. Okay, that's important. And we are going to take a big smack here and see if we can't get there. Does Deem Worthy go to any target creature? So none of the red we have, it goes to face here. And they are just drawing gasoline. Look at this Monument and what it's done to us this game. This has been all about the Monument. If this had been any random, reasonable three drop creature, this would be in our favor. And we even have, ostensibly, as someone said, a great Paincaster. Monument not so great against Paincaster, but it's like Paincaster can only do so much. And right now we're going to face. Yeah, I guess maybe we do have to kill Entangler. But the trouble is we're just kind of dead. Like, I think we need to go to face and figure out some way to get there. Like, I think we're not going to win this game because of the current board state and life totals, bottom line. But I don't know what exactly the line is, but I feel like I got to reduce their life total and hope. So we got all this creature damage, and we can't even do it all. Now we got a Deem Worthy cycle. Or we could Deem... Let's try and survive, Ryan. So now Magmaroth needs to stay back on D. Paincaster can ping the Entangler. But I do think we need to... Yeah, we need to cycle the Deem Worthy looking for a mountain, and then we have Magma Spray also. I think that's our only hope of survival. And Camel and Camel is the best. Or we could take Walker, which is going to be able to fly. If they don't have a desert yet, so the Camel is blockable on the ground. We need to go for the Walker. Hey, we did find the mountain. So we're not dead. And this is an instant, and this is an instant, so we can just say no attacks.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Maybe we're just dead. I mean, that's a lot of creatures over there. I might be doing the mostly dead meme when, in fact, if you look, we're just dead. So now we have to take out the Entangler now. I think we just have to actually Magma Spray the Entangler and then block like Paincaster on Camel, ping down a Warrior, and then this goes there. Like, that's our only hope. All right. They had, I mean, come on. Not only did they work the Monument, they top deck Pursue Glory with the go wide in place. You got it, Oppo. Well, isn't this just normal? starting out with a loss. I just remembered I have an English muffin in the toaster because my stomach just growled, and I was like, oh yeah, you forgot to eat that. I've been losing weight in pandemic times because I keep forgetting to eat. It's unusual. I'm not, like, that's not like me. I'm not a man with high amounts of willpower. I do different things with English muffins, but I do like a cream cheese, a little bit of cream cheese, and a little bit of cherry jam. If I'm feeling in a sweet mood, but I also we have a breakfast sandwich maker that does amazing things on the savory front with English muffins. Well, that's what I mean, True. Like, I mean, True and Tron, you're describing me. I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I don't know why what this shift is. Maybe partly it's age, and I'm changing as I age. I don't know. This is a keep, and this is what I'm talking about. Yay! Like, we cut a mountain for Evolving Wilds. If we didn't run the Evolving Wilds, we would have run another mountain, and this would have been 3 mountains and maybe an uncomfortable keep, but instead it's a sneap. I love it. I never wait on my Evolving Wilds because I'm too likely to forget to do it at the end of their turn. Wow, curved out on again. This is not a bot draft. Ostensibly, all the cards people draft should be present in the in the pool of cards here. But we are already facing some serious nastiness. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? Probably going Gust Walker since we're more choked on white. So this is a relevant point here. When you're trying to figure out how to sequence a hand like this, note what lands you have and see that, oh, we're only getting to cast 1 white spell a turn. So if I want to be able to, like, 2 spell next turn with a Fan Bearer, I want to basically try to cast the stuff that you're choked on. So I want to cast a white spell here. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Plains. Let's get even on our mana, but worth pointing out. I mean, that's one of those places that some newer players don't have a good heuristic on what to do, and they just kind of play something. And I think the observation to generally try to play to your least present mana source is a good one for the old baseline tips. Hopefully we get... Man, what a start from Oppo, though. And look at that. Yeah, another Chef's Kiss aggro start. Unfortunately, we are getting kissed. I mean, what am I supposed to do besides lose again? I just am feeling like... Now we're going to actually ask what we want to do since we have access to both. Now it doesn't really matter. Let's get Fanbearer and Scavenger. And I suppose we can keep up Brute Strength if we thought that would do something, but there's just not much to do about this. Oh, I thought they did exert it. I suppose we were. No, oh, sorry, the cartouche gave it first strike. That's what was going on. So, nope. And here we are in this is where it feels like Zendikar. It's like On the one hand, I feel like I'm so far against it that I'm supposed to be, quote, defensive. But on the other hand, what is this Gustwalker doing if not attacking here? Is it defending a possible hasty Bloodlust Inciter card? I mean, we do have the Scavenger for that. This is going to stay pinned. This is not going to be blockable by anything except a chump. I guess it technically holds off a warrior. I'll say no attacks, but I'm not certain of that. Maybe we're just supposed to get an extra quick 2 in with that. This Inciter changes a lot of possibilities, though. And again, kind of have to take this, and yes, we need a magma spray for this, or anything. I'll take one of the pacifism effects. And yeah, we can start fan-bearing it, right? Brute strength plus fan-bearer up. Next turn is or Magmaroth is maybe good enough, but we have to take this. And we're kind of lucky that this Inciter didn't do anything. Oh no, it did do something. It's just going to do it at the end of their turn. So I just don't know. Magic is funny. And now I think we do need Brute Strength plus Fanbearer tap over either of these two right now, because they're getting too wide. I think we need to surprise kill something. And we can't really let that Avenger keep attacking. You think so? I mean, I don't know. How is Magmaroth a winning line? Can't block Avenger. That means like we're chumping the Avenger. It's going to be 4/4, right? Oh no, it starts as a 5/5. Okay, sorry, that was my thinking. It was going to be 4/4. That makes that then I'm with you. But you can see here, if I thought that was going to be a 4/4, that I couldn't see how that was a winning line either. So no attacks, and then yeah. Still looking hyper rough with the sick Inciter go wide. Oppo having a perfect 3 mana. All right, who knows what's in their hand, but like operating on 3 mana has been very good for them. I like our deck. First game, we didn't play a 2-drop. And this game, we didn't get to play. Yeah, Oppo had... Well, they're almost identical, Boros. They have an Inciter and we don't. They have a Cartouche of Solidarity, we don't. Other than that, like, it looks like our deck, they just got the play and the jump. But let's see. Let's try and survive. I guess I like chump and take. Yeah, I guess we can, yeah, maybe double block, although double block with these two. We can double block this and take the 4. Maybe that's the play. And then have Fanbearer still. Yeah, we have those too. We have magma sprays. All I can do is chuckle. They effectively won that turn. I don't know that there's a comeback possible in our deck. On the play with a good hand? Can I make that my one time? All right. Kind of got there. I'm going to go Evolving Wilds for extra red, because we have double red spells, and then we're going to try and cycle this here Desert. If we need to, we'll play it, but that's my plan. We start on Avenger here as the higher power creature. That's annoying. We're getting flooded as well in our 16 lander. But we can drop Gustwalker here. I will exert. It's kind of sad. They just, like, we can either not attack with the Avenger, or we can just start the process here, exert, they get their zombie, we exert again later. I mean, I think you just have to sit here exerting and exerting with the Avenger. I don't know what sitting back and doing nothing gets us. Very surprised to see that. It probably means they have a card that wants to put a -1/-1 counter on their own stuff, and they are saving the Dissenter for that purpose. If so, not here. And we'll go ahead and play the Zealot. And next turn we have a cycle and the ability to cast anything 3 or less that we draw. And I hope we draw something 3 or something. No more lands, please, deck. Give us a chance. This deck is all right. Looks like that was their game plan with the Dissenter. Even not bad, although now we have no real... It does let us cycle and cast, so I appreciate that. I'm going to start with the cycle, though. I love Magic. Don't you? Magic. That's a fun build around. Sure, control will work against us, huh? Gustwalker at least is not a land. I'm going to give the deck that. And hey, at least we have... I was kind of saying Zealot is not an important card, and I don't think it is. This is not a super important card, but it is a mana sink for a flooding situation. Question is, do we want the Gustwalker down? The answer is yeah. They don't have any flying defense, and if they're not coming at us, at least Gustwalker and Avon can do that work. We can also, with Avenger almost is like a free attack now. So I'm going to put him to the test, because eventually the Avenger, like, I'm assuming they're going to call our bluff here and block the Avenger. It's indestructible, so we don't care if they block. And if they don't, great, they're giving us extra damage. If they do, we are setting them up to repeat this block in the future when we actually have a trick. Playing my lands here, we do want to be able to play 2 drops while pinging the Zealot. Good time zone, Fool. Welcome. And sorry, I'm missing these. I owe you like 12 of these now. Oh, I'm on the wrong panel. Hold on. I've let Hat down again. In fact, here, I should start with the one that I really owe you. Remember last game?
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
And then I'll give you your Gust Walker.
I'm walking here! I'm walking here! I'm gonna shoot! That way.
Sorry, Oppo. I'm not trying to slow roll you. We will pass to blockers, and that seems suspicious. I'm going to take. Yeah, sorry, Oppo. Aha! That's what was going on there. Let's go ahead and gain some life. I love it, right? Like, we get out-aggroed by aggro 2 games in a row, and now we're getting wrecked by control with the right tools, and we finally get our magma spray, and it's terrible. Mwah! Gonna keep a good attitude, though. Oh yeah, the second part of that card. I should have fired it off, but I'm already done. We're not winning this game. Yeah, Razor, I get it. I get it. I get it. But we're done. I would love to make this the last spell I cast in the game as predicted, but it won't let me cast this on an opponent's creature, and I have none. I will keep my good humor, not even any salt. It's just kind of funny. I mean, again, not that Diamond is the end-all be-all of Magic. Heck, not even Mythic #1 is or anything. But certainly, as you climb in the ranks, it does start to impact what kind of win rates you can expect at the higher levels. So, you know, I don't think anybody expected this deck to get 0 wins. It's a fine example of what aggro is capable of in the format. We just got all the wrong breaks and got rolled by 2 aggro decks and then a control deck showing how you beat aggro, unfortunately. So, decent deck, awful results, similar tune I feel like I've been expressing lately, but short of some stuff when the game was already over, I don't feel like I'm unhappy with my decisions there. There were alternate paths in the draft we could have taken, but I don't even necessarily think they make a better deck. The Convergence deck would have been very good, but I just think our deck was very good, and it just didn't win. Welcome to what Magic does to us sometimes. Hopefully, at the very least, viewers and YouTube friends can take solace in my 03s, knowing that this game can be brutal, and sometimes your good feeling efforts just come up incredibly short, and it can make you want to flip tables, but it's what we signed up for. So let's accept the bad outcomes today and know that we had a fine draft and made some good choices. Bye, YouTube. Here, I'll claim a actually, here, maybe we can, before I say goodbye to YouTube, we'll see if there's packs we can open to make ourselves feel better. Here we go. I'll get out of your way, and we'll open some packs, and then I'll say goodbye. Some stuff and things. All right. We'll save those for another time. And now get back to that. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out for that one.